In this video, I'm comparing Lemlist versus Instantly AI to figure out which one is actually better for you. I've used both, made full tutorials on both, and I'll go over what they are, what they share, where they're different, their real pricing, and which one I would pick and why. We'll leave no stone unturned so that by the end of this video, you will know exactly which one is right for your situation. And when you know which one you need, the links in the description will get you the best possible deals. Let's get straight into it. So first, what exactly are these tools? Instantly is a cold email platform. It's built around sending high volume cold email while keeping your deliverability strong. You get unlimited email accounts, automatic warm up, a built-in lead database, a CRM, and a growing set of AI features, including an AI sales agent that can run a big chunk of your outreach pipeline on autopilot. Lemlist also started as a cold email tool, but now it's the most complete multi-channel outreach platform that I've seen. On top of email, you get LinkedIn automation, calling, SMS, and WhatsApp all running from a single sequence. So instead of stitching together multiple tools, everything runs from one place. That difference, email only versus full multi-channel, is what really drives everything else in this comparison, although there is a lot more to it. So what do they both do? Because at the base level, these tools share a lot. You can connect multiple email accounts, warm them up automatically, build sequences with follow-ups, and manage all your replies in a unified inbox. Both have a built-in lead database, AI tools for writing and personalizing your outreach, analytics and integrations with external tools via API and webhooks, as well as native integrations. So if all you need is cold email, either of these can get it done. The question is what you need beyond that. Instantly is email only. Lemlist gives you email, LinkedIn, calling, SMS, and WhatsApp, and you can add conditional steps between them. So you can say, if this lead accepted my LinkedIn connection request, send them a message. If not, skip that and go to the follow-up email. So the campaign basically adapts to each lead automatically. If you want to include LinkedIn in your outreach, Instantly simply cannot do that. Then in terms of AI features, they both have AI, but they've taken it in a different direction. Lemlist's AI is mainly focused on personalization and deliverability. You train it on your business through the AI contact center. So when it writes emails or icebreakers, it's actually working with context about what you do. On top of that, you can enrich your lead table with AI columns. There are pre-built ones like writing an icebreaker or a company compliment, and you can also write your own custom prompts to pull in whatever information you need on a lead. Instantly does all of that too, these same AI enrichment columns, pre-built templates, custom prompts, but then it goes a lot further. There's an AI sales agent that finds your leads, writes the sequence, sends the emails, and adjusts based on your reply patterns. There's a co-pilot where you type something like create a campaign, targeting marketing directors at SaaS companies, and it builds the whole thing. And there's a reply agent that responds to emails 24/7, handles objections, and updates your CRM automatically. A lot of the manual work Instantly used to require, the AI now handles. Now let's go over lead generation. As I said, both have a built-in database, so you don't need Apollo or Zoom Info separately. Instantly's Super Search has over 450 million contacts with AI filters and intent signals. Lemlist has a database of 650 million contacts and also has intent signals, things like a new hire in a specific department, a company raising funding, or a website visit. When someone matches a signal you've set up, you can automatically push them into a campaign or get notified to reach out manually. Then in terms of CRM and reporting, Instantly has a lightweight built-in CRM with a pipeline where leads move through customizable stages like interested, meeting booked, meeting completed, and won. The AI reply agent can automatically move your leads through those stages based on what they say. Now this CRM is not going to replace a dedicated CRM, but if you need a basic way to track leads, this will do it. Lemlist doesn't really have a CRM. You can set a status on a lead and filter contacts by tags, but that's about it. So if having a visual pipeline matters to you, that's something only Instantly has, although they do both integrate with other CRMs. Then in terms of deliverability, this is something that both tools take very seriously. Lemlist includes basic warm-up on every paid plan through Lemwarm Essential. If you want more advanced features like warming up with your actual email templates, a warm-up network tailored to your industry, and custom alerts, that's the Lemwarm Smart Plan at €49 per inbox per month on top of your subscription. Both tools also let you run inbox placement tests to check whether you are landing in the inbox or spam. Where Instantly pulls ahead in deliverability is at high volume. In the Lightspeed plan, you get dedicated IP blocks that automatically rotate when one gets flagged. And at Enterprise, there's a full private deliverability network. Lemlist doesn't have anything comparable to that. So if you are an agency sending at serious scale, Instantly has the stronger infrastructure. Now here's one of the most important parts of this video, and that's the pricing. Instantly splits its pricing into separate categories: outreach, credits for lead enrichment, and CRM. Depending on what you need, you will likely be paying for more than one. For the outreach plan, Growth is $47 a month and gets you 1,000 uploaded contacts and 5,000 emails per month. But in this plan you cannot respond to leads in the unified inbox, so this plan in my opinion is useless. Then the Hyper Growth plan is $97 a month with 25,000 contacts and 100,000 emails, which is where it gets better. Then the Lightspeed plan is $358 a month with 500,000 emails and the SISR dedicated IP system on top of that. Every single plan includes unlimited email accounts and unlimited warm-up. You can connect and warm up as many inboxes as you want, regardless of which plan you are on. Then, if you want to find and enrich leads through their database, you need to add a credits plan on top. Growth credits is $47 a month for 1,500 to 2,000 credits. Supersonic is $97 for 5,000 to 7,500 credits, and Hyper Credit starts at $197 for anywhere between 10 and 200,000 credits a month. So what do those credits actually get you in practice? Finding a verified work email through their waterfall system runs about 1.5 credits on average. Adding full profile enrichment like job title and company info is another 0.5 credits. So you're looking at roughly 2 credits per lead for email plus basic enrichment. On the Growth credits plan, that's around 750 to 1,000 leads per month. On Supersonic, you're getting closer to 2,500 to 3,750 leads per month. But credits are also used for other things. Custom AI prompts on a lead cost 1 credit per row. AI web research is 0.5 credits, and verifying an email list you already have costs 0.25 credits per lead. Then if you use the AI sales agent to find and manage leads for you, that's 5 credits per lead. More expensive per lead, but it's doing a lot more of the work. Then there's the mailbox cost. On Instantly, Google mailboxes are $5 per month each, and domains are $15 per year. That's worth keeping in mind because we'll come back to it when we look at Lemlist. And if you want the CRM, that's a separate plan on top of everything else. Growth CRM is $47 a month and gives you a pipeline view, lead stages, tasks, follow-ups, reporting, and integrations. Hyper CRM is $97 a month and adds things like calling and SMS inside the CRM. You also get website visitors tracked in the pipeline, sales flows, and advanced team reporting. So if you're running Hyper Growth for outreach, Growth credits for lead enrichment, and the Growth CRM plan, that's $191 a month before mailboxes. And once you factor in mailboxes at $5 each, most people are running at least 10 to 15 of them. You're adding another $50 to $75 on top of that, bringing the realistic total cost for Instantly closer to $240 to $270 a month. Lemlist's pricing works differently depending on whether you need email only or multi-channel. The email plan starts at €39 a month for 5,000 emails and scales up. €69 for 50,000 emails, €89 for 100,000, and that is actually pretty comparable to Instantly's pricing for the same volume. So for pure email outreach, the subscription pricing is in a similar ballpark. Where it gets more expensive is the mailboxes. Remember earlier I mentioned Instantly's mailboxes cost $5 per month for Google mailboxes. On Lemlist, Google mailboxes cost around €10 per month each, double what Instantly charges. So if you're running 15 mailboxes, that's €150 a month on Lemlist versus $75 on Instantly. That gap grows the more you scale, and it's probably the biggest hidden cost difference between the two. If you want multi-channel, so LinkedIn, calling, SMS, etc., you need the multi-channel plan, which starts at €109 per user per month. So the model switches here to per user instead of the amount of emails sent on the email-only plan. And you are limited to 5 sending addresses per user with warm-up included. If you go above those 5 mailboxes per user, you will need to pay for Lemwarm separately at €29 per mailbox per month. So one user running 10 mailboxes is 109 euros for the plan, plus 145 euros for the 5 extra warm-ups on top of the limit of 5 in the plan. Then on top of the plan, Lemlist has a pay-as-you-go credit system for enrichment and signals. It costs 10 euros per 1000 credits, and a verified email costs 5 credits, which is 5 cents. A phone number is 20 credits or 20 cents, and both together is 25 cents per lead. So 1000 leads with email and phone runs 250 euros in credits alone. Then signals cost credits too. Hiring and job change signals are from 1 euros each. LinkedIn engagement signals starts at 4 euros each. So if you're running signals at any real volume, that adds up on top of everything else. So to put this into perspective with a real example, say you're enriching 500 leads a month on instantly at roughly 2 credits per lead for email plus basic profile enrichment, that's 1000 credits, comfortably within the growth credits plan at $47 a month. That gives you a verified email address and basic data on each lead. On Lemlist, if you want email addresses, that's 5 credits per lead, 2500 credits total or 25 euros. Email-only enrichment on Lemlist is actually cheaper per lead since you only pay for what you use. But Instantly's enrichment also includes basic profile data in those 2 credits, whereas on Lemlist that's separate. Where it gets expensive on Lemlist is when you add phone numbers, and that's actually something Instantly's credit system doesn't offer at all. 500 leads with email and phone on Lemlist is 12,500 credits, 125 euros in enrichment alone. So which one should you use? And by the way, real quick again, the links to both tools are down in the description with the best available deals. With Lemlist, for instance, you can get an extended 30-day free trial instead of the usual 14 days. If you are doing pure cold email and want to scale volume, Instantly is the stronger option. The unlimited inboxes and warm-up on every plan gives you a lot of room to grow. The AI features are also genuinely impressive for automating the pipeline, and at scale the deliverability infrastructure is more advanced. Mailboxes are also half the price of Lemlist, which makes a real difference once you're running a lot of them. If you want multi-channel outreach with email, LinkedIn, calling, SMS and WhatsApp from one place, Lemlist is the only real option here. Instantly simply doesn't touch those channels. And if you are doing email only with a bigger team, the 39 euro plan with unlimited users is one of the better value options in the space. But overall, I would say that for email, Instantly is the better option, and for multi-channel, go with Lemlist. And that is mainly because of the Google Mailbox cost when buying through both of these platforms. So now that you know which one you need, you can check out the tutorials I made for both platforms, where I'll walk you through the full step-by-step process from sign up to sending your first campaign and getting your first customers through cold outreach. So you can skip the dozens of hours it took me to figure it all out. If this video helped you decide, please consider leaving a like, and I'll see you in the next video.